Austin Greene here reporting from Japan. It's a day ahead actually here in and around near Tokyo, and it's I think the 19th behind in the United States. So when this live stream was like pressed go, we're not sure if we're broadcasting during an actual real-time event where you can see us or not. So please like and share. This is again Saturday the 20th in Japan. And Austin, how are you enjoying Japan so far?
It's great.
Yeah, so we had a little tea this morning. I've got some Pellegrino, some first things that I'm noticing, and I'm going to go into all the global outage reports, everything that's going down with CrowdStrike. Very predictable. I'm going to tell you what happens with the cyber event next. But before we get started there, we're doing travel vlogs. So we're traveling all over the world. And first things that we're noticing too is the minimalism of Japan. Absolutely beautiful. We've got this great place that we're staying, amazing view. Everything's extremely orderly. Best robes that I've ever worn, best showers, best toilets, and very minimalist design, like especially in the kitchen. I'm just noticing these little quirks that I've never seen before or experienced. This is my first time to Japan. I was in Asia several years ago speaking at keynotes 5, 6, 7 years ago, telling people to buy Bitcoin in Singapore. So that's really been my only exposure into this Asian corridor. So we do have some like amazing family news too. My dad's wife, Yumiko, she's Japanese, and she of course has won Mrs. Universe Tokyo. She's freaking won Mrs. Universe Tokyo. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a beautiful woman with so much grace. She's actually a professional hula dancer, and we believe she's going to win all of Japan. So we're here to support her for that as well. In addition to looking at real estate. So we're looking at real estate all across the world, all across Asia. This is our focus in the next few months, and looking at some really dynamite properties. I mean, take a look behind us here for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin, you can show them the beautiful view here. You can see all the activities below us. There was a massive cruise ship that came in just earlier this morning. A lot of activities for the kids. Here for Austin, looking sharp this morning. Also did some shopping. I would say that it's a lot of fun going to the grocery store because everything is in Japanese. And so I was trying to figure out what was the butter versus another product that I'm looking at. So to play it safe, I did buy some Pellegrino and things that I actually recognize here in Japan. But overall, very seamless trip. And we're excited. Today's going to be a lot of fun. Anything that you want to do specifically while we're out here in Japan, Austin?
Well, I think we should go shopping.
We're going to go shopping. So I need pants, right? I guess I have to wear pants officially for this Mrs. Universe contest. So I'll be covering that as well. So I'm going to provide coverage. This is just going to be a lot of fun and amazing and well-deserved for the whole family. Well, Austin, I love you, buddy. Yeah, thank you for saying hello to the audience. Anything you want to say to the audience before I get into the reports today? I mean, you're welcome to hang with me too if you want, but yeah.
So I say you should go on the Ferris wheel. So.
Okay, all right, we're going to do that later. We'll head on that Ferris wheel later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what's in the news today with CrowdStrike. So, like a drum, completely predictable, not a surprise at all. I even said in recent days that the most likely event would actually be a cyber event because, of course, these people already told us that this was coming. They told us that they were going to do this. They need some kind of global shock to bring down the banking system, institute capital controls, erase your bank accounts. We're seeing problems at Charles Schwab, all the major stock brokerages. Interestingly enough, we were in the air, to God be the glory, while all this was going down, and United and American Airlines were calling for grounding and halts to all flights. I always find it just so amazing how Jesus and God works because, son, you know this, but God told me, he told me to travel in July, so we're going to have big imminent events throughout the entire month of July. I said, Christopher, Papa John, you guys got to get on the jet. You got to start buying property as a part of our international diversification. Now we're going to be buying in Japan. We've got our sights on Singapore, Thailand, Bali, the list goes on and on. In the future, Dubai, other locations as we build this decentralized network. So I was even thinking about it like yesterday, I'm on the treadmill as we're departing from Honolulu during the broadcast that I presented to you live about Joe Biden's removal. And I was just thinking to myself, to God be the glory, all these amazing accomplishments that only come through Christ. I was thinking about all the amazing properties that all of our members own now, Austin. Park City, Utah, Deer Valley, $5.95 million ski lodge, which you love skiing. This guy's a great skier, by the way. He's freaking amazing. In addition to Oahu, Maui. And did you know your dad? We just got our plans for our 10,000 square foot spec home in Maui, which is going to be incredible. 3 homes on one property, dramatic ocean views. Austin, you're going to help me design some of those rooms and some of the vantage point. Big pool we're putting in. This is going to be an amazing investment for all of our members. But I'm just so thankful and so honored. And also too, just what's been heavy on my heart recently is I've been really upset seeing the direction where the country is going. And that a lot of the times comes out in a very angry way because I see how much potential all of us have, how much potential America has, how much I love America. And when I see it going the wrong way and I don't see enough people waking up, it's just really heartbreaking. I was speaking with a woman in her 60s actually as we were arriving here in Japan, and what I was noticing is that her mindset was the same as mine. She was telling me, oh yes, Christopher, I think something terrible is going to happen in July. I'm like, man, you get it. Thank God. More people do actually get it, are awake. And we know that those of you tuning in that have been with us for years now, I mean, you've even seen Austin grow up. What a handsome young buck. I mean, Austin, you're going to be taking over all the companies someday. Papa John and myself, we're going to be working for you. You do get that. And by the way, Austin is super good with money. He's a highly intelligent kid. He's God first. He's faith first. Super creative. He has a big heart, I think, just like your daddy does, for people and a passion for life, not to mention your amazing talents. And I'm his father. I mean, your good looks, too. I mean, you're extremely good looking, son. So let's get into this. CrowdStrike. Let me explain where I believe all this is going. So this is an outage, basically a cyber test. This is a cyber test run. Please like and share. They're just getting ready for the big event. So, I want you to imagine, I've been saying this for years, but bank accounts totally going to zero, no logins to your stock exchanges, no access to your money, ATMs not functioning, liquor stores not functioning, MRI imaging databases not functioning, hospitals, surgeries being canceled, air traffic control being grounded, halted, all communications, all global economic activity completely halting. And what we got in the last 24 hours, which is a serious aberration in the system, which I believe was planted by a very evil doer who's just kind of inserting code, inserting a worm prior to the big one. And this is what they have planned, in my opinion. So Microsoft, which gave us the blue screen of DEATH, it's interesting, this was all predictably programmed as well in the movie produced by the Obamas, Leave the World Behind. They end the movie, which really isn't even a fiction, with the blue screen of D, basically. And the same thing happened yesterday. So now CNBC, the whole world, the mainstream media is reporting. Also, this is a really convenient action by the powers that shouldn't be to help bring down big tech in the stock market. See, they needed an excuse to bring everything down, to cause a panic, to cause and engineer the crisis of which they will then provide the solution. And of course, we know where all this is going. I also just want all of you to notate too, you know what's thriving in this environment? Do you know what's thriving and is unhackable in all its form? Do you know what's pumping today as a result? You know what's proven to be completely resilient? Bitcoin. I've been telling you to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for years because they're decentralized. As you know, son, Bitcoin is mined. Computers around the world mine each transaction. You own a lot of Bitcoin. And those computers authorize approved transactions in a decentralized way. And all that means is that the grid goes down in America, doesn't matter. If the grid went down here in Japan, won't matter because Bitcoin will still be authenticated on its network no matter where you are in the world due to its decentralized nature and its inherent programming language, which was designed by Satoshi, which Dad believes is a lot more complicated than it just being some guy named Satoshi. By the way, we will be meeting with Satoshi while we're here in Japan. So Bitcoin thriving today, up 5%, 24-hour gains, 16% gains over the last 7 days, while the stock market conveniently goes down, while CrowdStrike's dropping over 10%. Let's take a look at the stock market today, because big tech is being hit. They do need an excuse to bring down the stock market. It's the biggest Ponzi scheme ever launched by the people that are in control, the oligarchs in the United States. All of this is by design. And so not only are we getting this massive, massive cyber event, they're also removing Joe Biden. Something we predicted here, Austin, something that many here in the audience predicted as well. So Joe Biden is being actively removed from the White House. Trust that plan. They are setting up Vice President Harris as a temporary replacement, and then I believe they will be introducing another very big, surprising name. So bottom line, all of this is really just going according to plan. Like, again, very predictable, not surprising. I think that, you know, when I was doing this years ago, this was a little bit more forecasting at that point. 10 years ago was more difficult to predict. Now I think Americans are waking up that nothing they see is real. It's all fake. Case in point, I didn't watch the RNC, and I actually really like Hulk Hogan a lot. He's a really cool guy. Son, he's, you know, the WWE star. He's a Christian too, born again in Jesus. So we love that. Hey, Hulk, we think you're the greatest. We think you're amazing. Breaking the shirt off and everything. But also too, I kind of want to comment on that too. It showcases what America is. America is basically just kind of a fake TV show at this point. Much of the world doesn't take us seriously anymore. And it just proves the point, it's theater. We're seeing people, everyone wear bandages in the crowd. And it reminds me of the Idiocracy, but even worse. If you haven't seen the movie Idiocracy, which I don't think you have because it's not probably for kids. I want you to watch that later when you're older and have a mind for it. But it's basically representative of the United States. So Hulk Hogan tearing off the shirt yesterday, proving the point that politics really is just kind of a joke at this point. And as I've told all of you wholeheartedly, I do not believe that there is a political solution. I believe you are the political solution. So, Austin, you're very animated this morning. Do you have any commentary that you would like to add about you know, could even be fun things like, you know, here we are in Japan. We're about to meet with Papa John, so we'll be heading out, and it is relatively warm in Japan. It's a lot more humid, so we're dressed accordingly, and we're gonna get our exploration on. Got to look at some property here. There's great properties, by the way. You can buy an amazing place in Japan for like a couple $100,000. For those of you Americans out there, especially you youngsters who've been priced out of home ownership, why not just come to Japan? Come to Japan, buy a place, become a real owner. You can buy it directly through Island Project through a minimum of just $30,000. Pivot with us all around the world, create options and a business strategy for your success in democratized form, building the new America throughout the world, which is a part of the digital Noah's Ark, and of course, islandproject.com. Now, by the way, islandproject.com, functioning completely normally. We've done a really good job. Our IT team done an incredible job. And this is why we own real estate outside of the banks with no bank debt. Again, the whole grid can go down. Austin and I are going to sleep peacefully at night, along with all of our members earning cash flows, large capital gains, along with all of our beautiful investors worldwide, tokenized on a proprietary blockchain, the best of both worlds, with the peace and stability during cyber events and what ultimately will be the closure of banks, capital controls in the United States, Joe Biden being removed from the office, tyranny, unfortunately, being instituted into the United States. And this is why we've designed this world-class project. So while CrowdStrike is going down, while Microsoft is going down, while the whole grid is going down, islandproject.com and our investment class is thriving. It was literally built, ladies and gentlemen, to thrive. By the way, if you'd like more information on our acquisitions, our current acquisitions property portfolio, our beautiful homes and real estate, in addition to condominiums and vacation rentals in Oahu, Maui, and now Park City, in addition to acquisitions here in Japan, throughout the rest of Asia, Thailand, Bali, Singapore. The list goes on and on. Some secret locations I will not be revealing to you all. They're going to be surprises added as a part of this incredible mission statement. Call Papa John at 808-442.
2934.
Repeat that again.
808-442-2934.
808-442-2934. That is Papa John, all of us out here in beautiful Japan. So this is a global IT outage. This is a CrowdStrike failure, but it's not an accident. I want you to think about too, typically they will look at this code multiple times, thousands of times before they air it out with a software upgrade. So the fact that they released this and brought down the entire grid in this first test run tells you that they wanted it to happen. See, the people in power are taking over America. They're integrating everybody into a new system. They're going to create crisis, fear, division in the United States, a political circus where Hulk Hogan's pulling off his shirts, which we like Hulkamania, we love you, bro. But we're just pointing out the fact that America is much more a television reality TV show than it is anything else. The American people are being duped into entertainment without really taking the necessary action that we believe you should be taking. Again, to improve your life, get your money out of the banks. To improve your life, start a business. To improve your life, create cash flows like Austin does. To improve your life, buy real estate with us here at theislandproject.com. Form a decentralized community of like minds worldwide from over 12 nation states and countries. I think we're up to like 15 or 16 or maybe even 17, Austin, at this point, in an internationalized, diversified portfolio of like minds that are establishing Americana, are the resistance, with all the amazing benefits of the investment, but also something wholeheartedly that is just so great, serving God, serving the King, being the warriors, never giving up, having incredible success that we can only give God all the credit for. So,
Once again, 808-442-2934, islandproject.com.
Islandproject.com. So we love you all. Let us know if this stream came in well today. You can hear, you got audio, you got visual, you got all these amazing things. And in addition to that, we've got links that we'll add in the box below in a moment. Follow me too on Instagram at AMTV Media. Follow us on Twitter at AMTV Media. Follow us on Rumble for my total host of videos, because not everything can stay up in this environment that we're currently living in, at Rumble at AMTV, because we're going to be doing some just fun travel related stuff. We're going to be giving you guys a tour of the amazingness of Japan, showing you the incredible opportunities that exist that not enough Americans, I think, are experiencing at this time, when we should be thinking outside of the box and we should be expanding into the future. 1,000 freaking X, ladies and gentlemen, here in Japan and the rest of Asia. So we love you. God bless you. 1000X, Jesus Christ is King. I got Austin Greene as the cameraman. We love you all, and we'll see all of you very soon. Maddie, it is an honor. Say hi to Maddie too. She's one of our.
Hi, Maddie.
Yeah, she's one of our amazing investors. She's really, really cool. Dad really likes her a lot. Hey, Red. Hey, Lance. What is up? It is an honor to serve, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this recent cyber event that, again, we all predicted, all knew was coming? It's not surprising. It's almost kind of even a snooze fest. But here's the problem. We know what's coming next will be the real event, and that'll be the time it'll be too late, actually, to get your money out of the bank. So get your money out of the banks now, guys. Okay, we love you. God bless. Jesus Christ is freaking King. This is amazing. This is freaking Japan. We are in freaking Japan, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to meet Papa John here in just a couple minutes. We're going to be looking at real estate all over Japan. We're freaking surfing 1000 freaking X, baby, as we're going to the freaking moon. And we love you here at AMTV and the digital Noah's Ark. Links below. Get in now and become a proud owner here, not just in the Americas, but also internationalized in places like here in Japan.